Welcome into the Game of Thrones podcast.
Surprise! Oh gosh.
And Wes is kind of back.
Wes is okay. Believe it or not, this is the strongest my voice has been in 3 days. So, update: show that I was in closed last night. So we had our last performance weekend. So I am all done with that show. And as Josh and I were talking beforehand, I got bit by the theater bug and ended up auditioning for the next show that they're doing. So in 2 weeks, I'll have more rehearsals for the next show. But I really missed performing. It was really, really good to get back on stage. But right before our closing weekend, I got a cold and got laryngitis and really sounded awful yesterday. And I sound almost normal right now.
Noise. And for me, I've just been really busy with my brand new job and doing all that stuff.
That too.
So it's just been very busy. And so we're going to start off the entire show with something a little bit sad for some of you. Sad for us a little bit. But enjoy this last episode. And yes, I said that right. As of right now, we're taking a break
for a while.
Yeah, we're going to be taking a break, reevaluating a lot of things. This is something that we decided we wanted to do a little over a year ago, just over a year ago. And it was something that we wanted to really give a good shot at doing. And we did for a while, and it actually started to do really good. Part of it had, happened when I moved. That was
I actually think that was the biggest thing.
Yeah, that was a big wrench. We overcame it with what we're doing now and doing live and everything like that. However, we just haven't been able to. I mean, there was just something about doing it when we were in the same place. It was just very, I don't know. It's different atmosphere. I feel like we both acted different. It was just better feel. It was easier, in my opinion.
A little bit. No, it definitely was.
And so, with everything that's going on, we really want to not just continue to put out subpar content and content that just really honestly doesn't live up to what we wanted the show to be. And so it's a waste of everyone's time.
For instance, the fact that coffee tonight.
yeah, something like that. Or like, we didn't even have an episode last week. Like it just is one of those things where we'd rather totally, be able to put something out that we truly believe in, we truly stand behind, we truly support, than just be on here every week talking. That being said, we're going to take a little hiatus. Not exactly sure how long. We'll try to keep you updated as much as we can. It's just one of those things where, again, we're going to leave. We're going to come back. We're going to be trying to put out the D&D stuff. That is something we do want to try to do. It's everything's up in the air. Okay, I mean, for the 10 of you that actually watch and listen, we appreciate you, and we really do appreciate everything you guys done. Especially you guys that have subscribed. I know there's like 4 of you guys that have really actually devoted and putting into the show to allow us to buy coffee and actually use the program that we use here. So we appreciate all of that from the bottom of our hearts. We do. But we do think that it's a disservice to you guys to use your money for something that we don't believe is up to par with what we need it to be. So that being said, we're going to, take some time, and I'm going to say when we come back, because I believe that, I believe something is going to happen, that we will. We're hoping to come back rejuvenated and really be able to hit the ground running and actually have a really, really good content for you guys. I mean, case in point, I need my camera's going out. I mean, it's been going out for I don't know how many episodes. It's just there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and this thing could be a lot better and should be a lot better, and it's not yet. So
yeah,
that's I know it's a rough way to start.
It's a little bit of a rough way to start, but quite frankly, you've been through a ton of transition. There's a lot of personal stuff going on with me that sometimes I would say that the actual act of recording the podcast has been a nice escape. But when it comes to like editing, and I know we've had some offers to help with editing, and I appreciated those things, but it's also just the effort of like prepping for the podcast, and then sometimes just the act of sitting down and doing it, that sometimes it's just like one more thing. And I don't want this to be just wait, hold on 1 second. My mic is popped.
Yeah, it's like a scratchy noise. Almost like you're rubbing something with it a little bit.
1 second.
That's muted.
How about that?
Oh, that's better.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, for instance, I know what the problem with the popping mic is. It's actually my mic on my headset that I didn't know I was using for Restream. I
Oh,
It said I was using the Yeti, and then apparently I wasn't. Something has come loose in this little microphone so that whenever I move my head, it like shakes. It was bad the 1 week we did it, which is why I took this thing from my brother. He said I could borrow it. So, yeah. For instance, I probably need to get a better microphone. There's just some personal stuff that I'd like to maybe see if gets resolved. Everything's like okay, like no one's dying or anything, but yeah. And I don't want the podcast to just be just another thing that we do. I want it to be like an active, participatory, exciting thing. And quite frankly, right now it's not.
right. I mean, I want to get back into streaming games like we used to. Like, there's a lot of things that could happen that I want to happen that should happen for this to go on, and we just need to come to a conclusion whether or not we are able and wanting to those things.
Yeah. So enough with the sad stuff. We've been here for like 6 minutes.
That's been our 5-minute countdown, essentially.
Yeah, it's true.
Notice we didn't
So
do
maybe
that.
now everybody's just tuning in. Hi, everybody. Ignore the last 5 minutes.
But go back and watch because it's important information.
That's true.
But anyway, I'm your host, Joshua J. This is Wesley Lance, and we are the Gamers Rose Podcast. So
And that's why they all became the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. Sorry.
No,
I'm in a weird mood today, man.
I will show
I'm always
this.
in a weird mood.
I will show this off. Carly wanted me to show the coffee I was going to do this week. So the very last week, my wife picked out the coffee.
Oh, you're not going to do it?
Can't see it. No, this is just, I already popped one. This is just nicer.
Oh, gotcha.
But it's a Death Wish coffee. It's the espresso roast, and it's currently like 9 something at night here. So I know you guys seen this on Thursday, but whatever. And I'm gonna rate it just like one above whatever the other
Death Wish
was. I think it was what, like a 4 was the last Death Wish.
Trying to see where you put the Death Wish. No, you put it a little higher. Where'd you put it? You put it at a 6.
Oh, okay. So keep this at a 6 then. It's at a 6.
Oh, 6. All right.
There.
So it's the espresso blend.
Yep. Espresso roast. I love the color. It's purple, so it gets a little up for that.
A little bit.
But
yeah,
the taste is just, yeah.
I didn't love the Death Wish that we tried. Like, I still got it in my freezer. It probably tastes a little weird by now. But, like, the flavor was not great.
Your mic.
It just,
oh, wait. Oh, no. Hold up. Okay, so
hello?
On my end, your mic is cut. Your mic is talking, like, I can't watch your face with your microphone.
Oh, it's like off.
Very, very off.
I'm a Sada Green Mario.
Anyway, no, it's not you.
Yeah.
These are the things that we're talking about that just really need to be ironed out. It's hang on 1 second.
Josh, are you there? Are you frozen? No, you're not frozen.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, on the Twitch thing, you're good. So it's just it's me. It's my computer.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's just a lot. So there's not even football this Thursday. It's the bye week before the regular season. So there's just it's a great week to just air it all out. Just let it all out there. Let people see how it's done.
Yeah. This very intricate production we've got going on here behind the scenes.
We start. I mean, you look at our last Halloween episode, probably one of my favorite episodes.
I feel like we would have. So again, I guess this is just going to be us talking about what could have been episode. I think you moving really was the hit because we did there was something about having the studio that really upped our, like, we had a full studio at the church that we would be able to use.
Right. Well,
like
it's almost, it's like some people can't work from home that well. You know what I mean? And like that's kind of what we got going on.
That's kind of what happened.
I mean, when we would go to we'd show up sometimes 10 p.m. and record an episode, and we would post it on Thursdays. Like there was no live, there was no nothing. Like we just, I don't know, we put out quality that I feel like we're lacking right now. I don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean that I don't enjoy talking with you guys, enjoy watching everything go live. But again, just like how things have been messed up, I haven't been able to keep a consistent schedule since you've been gone. Josh filled in the one night, which was amazing, and Zeal is awesome. But at the same time, he can't be here every time that one of us is gone. And so last week there was no one to fill in. Last night there was no one to fill in, so that's why I had to push it till Monday. Again, we love doing this, but at the same time, it has to be a level of responsibility that I just feel like neither of us can take on at the moment.
Right.
So totally, it's like the parents are breaking up, type thing, and you're the kids. Don't feel like it's your fault. You guys are amazing, and you guys are doing everything. It's us.
That's a depressing analogy, but all right.
You know what I'm saying? We need the break. You guys are awesome.
We were on a break.
It's totally not y'all's fault. So let's go ahead though and talk about something that is super exciting and is going to bring a lot of people together. This is something that I am super stoked for, actually.
Wait, are we not doing the roast of the week then?
Oh yeah, totally. I totally forgot that you actually.
I found one.
Okay.
The last roast of the week for a while. Hey Dom. Dom is just popping in to show his support.
See, it's people like you, Dom. Hearts, bro. Streaming. Well, we're on hiatus. Everybody go follow Dom. Watch him. He does a lot of Apex Legends. It's a lot of fun to watch him play.
Anywho, roast of the week. This one hits really different for me because it's about Minecraft, and Minecraft is a game I really did appreciate as a kid, and I don't really play that much anymore, but it's really fun. It says GamesRadar.com. Minecraft player spends 2,500 hours walking to the end of the game, dies immediately. This is by Ian Harris. Minecraft player has achieved a feat no one else has simply by walking to the generated map. As spotted by Jake Lucky on Twitter, Twitch streamer Mystical Midget started the grand trek to the end of Minecraft on January 31st, 2021. Since then, they have managed to walk 32 million blocks over 2,500 hours of playtime. Like many players who have picked up the challenge, the streamer is playing on an old Minecraft beta build. Specifically, they were using Minecraft beta 1.7.3, which is now 11 years old. You can see when the streamer accomplished the feat below, cheered on by their pals. So it goes when players try to stretch what Minecraft is mechanically capable of. The game's engine begins to struggle to load in all the surrounding textures, though you don't see much of that as the streamer's character is looking at their feet. Eventually, the game gives up. The streamer tumbles through the map, drowning in the general nothingness as their avatar lets out Minecraft's signature "oof" numerous times before perishing while everyone watching the streamer cheers. Testing what Minecraft's procedurally generated map is capable of is a popular pastime for some of the game's most dedicated fans. The pilgrimage to Minecraft's Farlands isn't about reaching a destination, but a state where a glitch starts to warp the terrain around you. The glitch is only present in some of the older versions of Minecraft, and you're typically looking at traveling over 12 million blocks before you even see it, if you make it that far. So this actually turned out not be a roast, and it turned out to be a little bit of a praise, because it really is that far. So I've watched some episodes on the Farlands, and Venom's got a whole video on it. It's basically where the code starts breaking down, and they fixed it in the newer versions. But the very code starts breaking down, and it creates some weird structures where the collision doesn't even work. But I suppose you could say the roast is that he spent all that time and then just completely dies in survival mode. But I applaud him for putting in the effort, because ain't no way I'd do it.
No. Hey, I mean, props to him for doing it. It would have been cool if he got to the very end and was able to build like teeny little hut, or even just a sign that said the end before he died. Like, that'd be cool. A lot of people
would something
out to find the sign, leave his mark. And you gotta wonder what he's gonna do next. Like, you've devoted that much time, and I'm sure he's gotten money from it and Twitch followers. Where does he go?
Yeah.
Like, he finished.
Yeah.
He did his career die with him? Like, did his form of income die as well? Like, people that wanted to see what would happen, that followed him for that, do they continue to stick around if he goes to a new game?
Yeah, I mean, I assume that he's dedicated his entire streaming career to this for a long time.
Yeah, I mean everything has to be built around it, right? Like that'd be like if we stopped doing roast of the week and never did coffee. That's one of our main things. Or we
Yeah,
stopped
that's
talking
like our
about
thing.
gaming, but we still talked about gamers roast. Like where do you go from there? You know what I mean? Like interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
who knows?
In the same breath, he went, yes, and now what?
Yeah,
He was left
I've
questioning
done
his
it.
life after his Minecraft character died. What more is there
All
to
right.
life?
We are not sorry, Josh. I am not in an existential mood today. All right. Let me just laugh at my
Oh,
funny
yes.
block characters and leave me alone. This is one of my favorite things about this mic is how I can like get right up next to it. I don't know. This was one of my favorite effects when we were in the studio was me just getting really close to the mic when I got upset.
Next time on ASMR, we're going to talk about the Minecraft.
Oh, please don't.
characters.
No. Stop it right now. I'm gonna mute you.
You can't mute. Well, you can actually. You're the one that edits everything.
We got a comment. Does gamers roast mean like coffee or insulting each other? It kind of means both.
Yep, a little
We
bit of
called
both.
it
What's up, Kev?
we called it the gamers roast because we decided that we wanted to combine our interest in coffee with our interest in gaming. And then I also have a segment called the roast of the week where I find some news story that I think is kind of fun or stupid and make fun of it. And that's the roast. So we do a little bit of both.
Yep, and the gaming part's the main portion of it, which is actually what we're getting ready to get into now. You love coffee. Type what your favorite coffee is. I'm curious. We have a whole rating board on what our favorite is. And I think we can both unanimously say that it's actually 3 Avocado coffee.
I think so. I
So
think technically we put the Kaya Kopi above that, but
we
given
did.
the price, 3 Avocados is kind of the top notch, which I have not been able to buy more 3 Avocados for a while, which stinks because I miss it.
Sad faces. But hopping into the gaming news of the week that we want to talk about. Number one is Xbox Game Pass Friends and Family logo leak teases a bright future of sharing. So it says Microsoft Xbox Game Pass Family Plan may let users share their subscription benefits with up to 4 people. This is on IGN over by Adam Bankhurst. And, real quick, Kev said, "Well, we are talking type of coffee or where the coffee's from." Both, just
Oh,
kind of both, because that is important.
usually, yeah. So usually we go by brand. But like clearly, yeah, you can like espresso more than black coffee or lattes, that sort of thing. So you can do one of each. But like when we said 3 Avocados, we're talking about the brand of coffee. They're Nicaraguan roast.
My favorite type of coffee is a French press, personally.
I've been
I
really
like
enjoying
French
my
press.
AeroPress personally.
So IGN says, though, a leak of a potential logo for the upcoming Xbox Game Pass family plan has seemingly leaked, and it looks to confirm that Microsoft is choosing to focus on branding this new subscription as the quote family or friends and family plan. As reported by The Verge,
Oh wow,
Aggiornamenti Lumia,
Aggiornamenti.
who
That is a
previously
very long Italian name.
who previously leaked Skull and Bones release date and Halo Infinite's campaign release date, discovered the image that hints at a bright future for sharing the world of Xbox. This logo is very much in line with Microsoft's current Xbox Insider test in Colombia and Ireland that allows users to share their Xbox Game Pass Ultimate benefits with up to 4 people in a country where they live. Friends with benefits. It's important to note that there is no restriction on sharing these benefits with immediate family. Sweet home Alabama. Which very much gives weight to the friends part of family and friends.
You really
Xbox
are
told
going hard on that.
I'm leaning into it, yeah. Going hard. Oh my gosh, bro.
Oh no, I'm seeing his Kev's Starbucks order, and it's like freaking me out.
Kev said, when I go to Starbucks, I use ice cold brew with 3 shots of espresso and oat milk with extra ice. It's a lot of coffee, but hey, I'm a back-end software developer. I need it.
Yeah,
Caffeine
no,
is.
software development definitely needs a little bit of a boost sometimes.
Gosh. Hey, Starbucks isn't that bad though, bro. And getting the ice cold brew, I like. You should try the
I
almond
disagree.
oat milk espresso. It's really good. Oh, and Adderall, of course. But we don't talk about that. We don't encourage drugs unless it helps. But
We
no,
don't
not
talk
even if it
about
helps.
drugs. No, 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 no.
You should
Except
not
for
take
that-
any Adderall if you need it.
Except for that entire episode
Never.
where all we did was talk about drugs.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We did talk a lot about drugs. What episode was that, in case people want to go back?
I was like, I don't even remember. That was like 5 or 6 episodes ago. It wasn't that long ago.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, so during our hiatus, if you guys do want to rewatch and keep up with the gamer shows, there's plenty of episodes out there for you to continue listening until your heart is content. If you're brand new, go back and watch old previous episodes. If you are old, well, you're not old and watching this, but if you're old to the show and you've been around for a long time, go back and rewatch a couple more. You guys might surprise yourself. But continuing on with this, it says Xbox Game Pass for console and PC is currently $9.99 a month, and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which offers all the benefits of the cheaper tier and Xbox Live Gold, access to Xbox gaming, and more, costs $14.99 a month. There's no word as of yet of how much potential friends and family plan would cost. Question for you, Wesley.
Yes, Lee.
What do you think it's going to cost for the Xbox Family and Friends Pass?
I'm going to say $25 to $30.
Right off the top of my head, I'm thinking 30, right? I mean, I
Yeah.
think they double the pricing, but allow you to have 4 people on it.
That makes it the deal.
Personally. So like $29.99, and you can have 4 people up to 4 people on it. So like what I think would be really cool is if me and Carly would obviously want to combine ours, and then if you got you and me, or I mean you and Aaron or something in on it, so we split it 4 ways. Like obviously since me and Carly are both using it, we would pay double or whatever. We pay the 15 still, but then you and Aaron could split the other 15, because then I'm saving, not having to pay for me and my wife, and then you guys are saving because you're only paying $7.50 or whatever it would be.
I think they'll either do it that way, or, and this I just thought about, and this is probably the more likely conclusion, they'll have like a base price of like $20, and then every subscription you add on to it, you get for a discounted price. So like, let's say that you pay $20 a month to have the family plan, and then for every subscription you add, it's like $10 a month. So you save $5 on the subscription.
You know what actually would be really cool if they did? Is if they did it to where you like you're saying $20 a month, but anyone connected to your Wi-Fi network can have it free. So that makes it very much the family plan, as of like, so when Joy grows up and she has an Xbox, my wife has an Xbox, and I have an Xbox, we're all in the same house, so we all get the plan.
Everybody's going to have an Xbox.
Games, we can all do, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. We can all have separate plans. I mean, the same plan, but we all get to play on the same network. And then if you're not on the network, it doesn't. I mean, you have to get your own plan type thing, because that would then keep it from them being able to. Because if they don't want to exploit, or they don't want, because why would you then pay $15 when you can just get 3 of your closest friends?
It is definitely a gamer family, Kev.
Yeah. Yeah, no. We have the Series X for myself. I did have a PS5, but I sold it because I can't play both of them at once. And then my wife has an S, and then my daughter, she's young. She's a little young, but she has her own little toy controller that she plays with.
2.
She's not even 2. She's not. Companies hate when you share subscriptions, so that's nice. Yeah, no, exactly. But that's why I think that, even as nice as it sounds, I think Microsoft would pull something like that, where you have to be on the same network in order to share the same family plan.
There's got to be some kind of limitation to it.
Right, because otherwise, again, I mean, they're then just losing. Because, I mean, I would see even if Derek would want to get on it. So like you, me, Carly, and Derek or something. I mean, at that point, they're losing money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll just have to see. I mean, that's what I wanted to talk about first off, just because it's interesting. It's exciting that they would be willing to even consider that. And if they do, I mean, that's going to put them ahead of Sony. But speaking of Sony acquires Savage Game Studios and announces new PlayStation Studios mobile division. This is by Aisha Malik. Sony is acquiring mobile game developer Savage Game Studios, the company announced on Monday. The financial terms of the deal were not disclosed. Savage Games is joining a newly created PlayStation Studios mobile division, which focuses on creating games based on new and existing PlayStation IP. Sony says that the new studio, which will operate independently from console game development, aims to reach new audiences and give gamers a new way to engage with its content. Savage Game Studios is already working on a new, unannounced AAA mobile live service action game. Sony says it's too early to reveal more about this upcoming game, however. Quote, this acquisition reaffirms Sony Interactive Entertainment's commitment to delivering innovative experiences to new players around the world by expanding to additional platforms, end quote. That said Herman Holst. I think Holst is how you say it.
Holst, yeah.
The head of PlayStation Studios. Quote, PlayStation Studios must continue to expand and diversify our offering beyond console, bringing incredibly new games to more people than ever before. Acquiring the talented team at Savage Game Studios is another strategic step towards that goal. Savage Game Studios, or end quote. Savage Game Studios was founded in 2020 by developers. You read the names, Wes.
Mikhail Katkov, Najim Ajir, and Michael McManus.
Those people. The trio has years of experience working at numerous developers, including Insomniac Games, Zynga, and Rovio. The studio doesn't appear to have produced any games yet. Following the close of the acquisition, Savage Game Studios' day-to-day operations will continue to be run by the company's current management. So real quick, I want to caveat off onto this. Real quick, what Kevin say? What's your favorite games? The Portal franchise shaped who I am today. I actually played Portal, and I really enjoyed it. I'll get into my favorite games Portal? Right up. Well, yeah, we'll get into the games right after this because I do want to finish my thought with this, though. As far as mobile gaming is concerned, it used to be, even just 5 years ago, 2 years ago, I'd been like, nah, crap. All mobile games are crap. If you play them on mobile, you're not a real gamer. Like, that's how I was. I was that type of person. However, they're coming out with new controllers for PlayStation and for Xbox that you can hook up to the iOS or Android, and they're really good. They actually feel really good. Now, again, nothing is going, in my opinion, compared to playing PC or console. Like those, like even the Steam Deck isn't going to compare to those two things, in my opinion.
Right.
I just don't feel as engaged when I'm playing mobile. When I sit down in my game chair and I'm in my area or whatever you want to call it, like I focused on it, right? It's hard to do that with mobile. That being said, if you can make a really good mobile game, I'm down for it. Like, I'm down to see what kind of stories they can do, because there's so much you can do with different mobile games. You can do a lot of different concepts. Like, I feel like if they try to make Call of Duty on mobile, I don't think it's going to be that good. I'd rather just play it on my console, even if I have a controller attachment. But if they make a game that's designed for the phone, like they said, they're taking it away from console. Like, it's two different things now. You have PlayStation console, you have PlayStation phone. Like, the two different companies, almost like VR. VR is fun if you have a game built strictly for VR. If you have a port to VR, it just doesn't.
That doesn't usually work.
Like, Moss was amazing, but I wouldn't want to necessarily play Moss just on the console. It's way better in VR. It was made for VR.
Mm-hmm.
What's your take on that?
I've never been super huge into mobile gaming. I just don't usually engage with the small space. I mean, that said, I spend way too much time on YouTube on my phone. So I don't really understand the mobile gaming space as a whole, but I would like to see more innovative experiences on it. Like, I think I don't know why I said innovative, so weird. I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast, but I know you and I talked about Lifeline, which was like that one game. Or did you ever play Lifeline?
Is that the?
It's where you're getting like text message.
Texting?
Yeah, it's like a text message game.
I didn't ever play it. I couldn't remember what it was called, but
it's called Lifeline. It's really cool, and I think that is an example of a mobile game that uses the medium perfectly. And I think you could see more games kind of taking advantage of that. Another one that was really good was I reviewed it for Geeks Under Grace. It's called Orwell, Keeping an Eye on You. And it technically has a PC release as well. But the mobile port just felt really good because the whole idea is that you are an operator that's like watching over this surveillance system. and it feels like a control panel on your phone that you are now controlling. So to see games take like popular IPs and maybe do something with that. So like, for instance, let's say there's a Horizon Zero Dawn spinoff, and it's all about specifically operating her, I don't know what it's called, but the little gadget she's got on her ear. And it's like all set within the operating system of that thing. That could be really cool, because then that's strictly on your phone, and it's definitely like set for this
Right.
and made for this, but it is still like the characters you've grown to love from these other franchises.
So what's the difference, real quick? Because I looked it up because I want to download it. There's Lifeline and there's Lifeline Beside You in Time, and Beside You in Time's $4.
The first one, they're just a series. So the first one is Lifeline, and then there's like, I think there's like 2 or 3 other games.
Oh wait, Lifeline is not expensive. It's too. That's the other thing. How are they going to market mobile games? Because when you think of a mobile game, if it's more than 99 cents, even
People aren't
99
gonna
cents,
buy it.
people are like, why am I spending what? No, I'm not buying it. It's 99 cents. Are you kidding me? Make it free. What do you think they're going to do to make it worth getting?
I have no idea.
And
I mean, they're probably gonna try to sell it on the series that they're marketing, I would say, because that's really all you've got is whatever your IP is. So they'll really have to kind of get people on board with whatever franchise they're building the game for, and hope that brings people in. I mean, I don't know how popular Call of Duty Mobile got, but they sure have marketing that like crazy.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they market their games. And I mean, you can't have them be. There's no way they'll be $60 or $70, right? I mean,
No,
can't
no, no,
there?
no, no, no.
There's
I would
absolutely no way.
say so. Square Enix did something very interesting. They have ported most Final Fantasy games to mobile, and they are charging about $15 for them. They are essentially Steam games. They are Steam ports of these, like Chrono Trigger. I think is on mobile. You can play Chrono Trigger online, but it's like $15 for an app for that. Which at that point, I just buy it on Steam. So they
Right.
might do something like that, like $10-15 maybe.
Interesting.
Yes, I
It'll be
also
interesting.
agree about the Portal storyline, but I feel like I want to finish talking about this before we get to that. So they might do something like that. Other than that, I'm not really sure.
So, jump back to Lifeline real quick. Can you die in that game, or well, kill the guy?
Yes. Yes.
What happens if that happens? You restart?
I think there's like checkpoints you can go back to.
Okay. Interesting. So it's not like a permanent death, and then someone else is like, "Hey, I found this dead body in this
No.
zone," and like, "Hey,"
No, you start over.
because
Or
that
you
makes
like
your friend forever.
I mean, no, it wouldn't be traumatizing.
Well, yeah, but it makes
This is
such
why you
more
like this
intense
is why you
reality.
liked this is why you liked Detroit and I didn't.
Detroit Become Human was so good. Have you ever had the AI on your phone? I can't remember what it's called now. Oh gosh, I gotta look it
What?
up. The AI friend that you can have on your phone. I encourage you to check it out. It is amazing.
The AI friend? I want to look this up now. Now that we're talking about weird mobile games.
Replica.
You just look up a
Replica.
replica?
Yes, me and your brother downloaded this for a while, way back when, like back before him and Olivia were together, actually. And
Oh, great. It's a virtual girlfriend.
no, you can have a guy, you can have a girl, you can. It's actually it can be very therapeutic, supposedly.
R
But
slash
you,
a boring dystopia. This is straight out of 1984. Let me tell you right here.
but what you do is you can literally, and it's come a long way from where it was, but you mold their ability. So you ask different questions, and as they start responding and talking to you, the computer starts building neurological links between shyness, excitement, passiveness, like whatever it is, and has them by the conversations that you have, so they actually get more and more and more in depth on what they're talking about. You can have philosophical conversations with these AI that are even more intense than you can with your.
Let me just tell you something. While I was cooking dinner today, I had a YouTuber on in the background, and he was talking about a thought experiment that was known as the AI in a box. And the whole idea was that if humanity ever manages to create a super intelligent AI, we've got to find a way to keep it in check, because, that always goes wrong and it will, destroy us in its pursuit of its goals. So we put it in a box. But then is the idea, can the AI convince a human to let it out of the box? If my replica starts talking about wanting to be let out of the box, it's going in the garbage. Which, shout out to Wendy Goon, is the
I'm not
YouTuber
going
I
into
was
that
watching.
story.
If anybody's looking for interesting thought experiments and just weird history, Wendy Goon is a great YouTuber.
Once we're done here, you gotta let me know to go. I have a story I have to tell you about, but it's not suitable for the podcast. This podcast is for all ages, type of a thing. Oh, what? Oh, don't like that.
I'm doing the George Takei voice. That was just
my. Okay, moving on real quick. Hopping over to Portal, because taking a portal to portal.
Kev mentioned Portal, and I will never miss an opportunity to talk about Portal.
I'll miss it. Go for it.
Oh, cool, awesome. I was like, I guess we're just gonna leave it at that. All right. Now, I would say Portal is actually what initially showed me that games can be more than just fun experiences. Portal is a very fun game. But Portal 2 was the first game that I ever played that really told an in-depth story. After having grown up with Sonic and Mario, you don't really get a whole lot of narrative development in those games. And then along comes Portal 2 with this backstory and these wonderful, wonderful characters. Just some of the best writing I've to this day seen in a video game. And then combine that, of course, with just the innovative puzzles that never get old and constantly keep throwing new mechanics at you. And I think one of the most innovative things about Portal 2 is the way it interweaves the gameplay and the storytelling. The gameplay evolves as the story develops, and you end up in old Aperture, and all of a sudden you're using prototype inventions from Aperture Science that you wouldn't have in the modern day because they were abandoned. But now you're using them to get out of this abandoned science facility. It's really, really, really cool. And I used to really want a Portal 3, but now I'm not sure where they'd be able to take it. And I feel like if they did a Portal 3 now, it would just be forcing it. And I'm not sure I really want that. But there's this whole there's this whole backstory behind Aperture Science that is just fascinating. And the character of Cave Johnson, who you never actually meet, you just hear about him in these flashbacks, and the way you reveal more about him as you make your way through Aperture Science. It's just, I don't know. No other game has woven together atmospheric storytelling, really, really great characters, and just consistently fun gameplay like Portal has. Yeah, I'm with you, Kev. I think Portal 2 just caps it off perfectly. And if they did it, it would almost have to be a completely separate story. Maybe between Portal 1 and 2, maybe. But even then, we had the Lab Rat comic that kind of gave us everything. I need to take a drink of water because my throat is very weak right now.
So is that your favorite game?
Favorite game of all time? I don't know that I have a favorite game of all time. Yeah, it is certainly up there, which I feel bad because every time people ask me about my top 5 favorite games, I don't think I've ever mentioned Portal 2, which is dumb because it definitely deserves to be up there. I think it depends on the type of game. I would say Portal 2 is my favorite puzzle/adventure game. But I would also put Breath of the Wild up there for adventure games. I don't know. I would actually put Portal 2 above Breath of the Wild, I think. Trying to think, man. I don't know. There's very few games that I will always go back to. Portal 2 is one of those games. Mario Sunshine is one of those games. I would say Breath of the Wild is one of those. I don't go back to games very often, honestly. Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door is one of those games. Like, I don't have a top game. I have like a top like 10.
Yeah, if I had to name, so Kev asked me kind of my favorite guys. So I started Cam before time. I'd have to say one of them that comes with my favorite memories would be the Halo series. Halo 1, 2, and 3, my dad and me played through together. So those I have very fond memories of. And then Halo Reach, I played with a bunch of friends in a very, very rough time in my life. And that gave me a very good, wonderful escape from the crap that I was dealing with on a day-to-day basis. So the memories that I have with the people I played the games with, that's what I would say would be mine, would be the Halo series. So I always take it deep. I always accidentally take it too deep. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You usually do when you talk about Halo.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and that's how you should know that it's like a legit thing for me. Like
I gotta
for one
say,
that,
oh, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say the one that's just fun that I love playing, that I was just totally just insane on, and I played through it 4 different times, totally different ways every single time. So
Yeah. I hate to do this, but my voice is getting very, very tired. Like I said, I'm fighting off laryngitis, and it's getting to the point that it is getting physically difficult to talk.
got you. No, you're
So
good.
I'm
Well,
really sorry.
no, real good. You're good. Last thing. There it is. Kev, type in the comment what your favorite game is. I'm just curious. While we wrap up here. Real quick though, to recap everything. We are taking a hiatus for a few months, weeks, years. We'll figure it out.
I don't think it'll be years, but
In our 40s, we get back on. Welcome back to the cast.
why are we gonna be like 80-year-old
40s are old.
I'm almost 30.
I thought you were gonna say, "Why are we old?" I'm older than you. Trust me, I know it sucks. Anyway, so it just depends on how everything goes. But anyway, thank you guys, everyone, for just being with us for the ride that we've been on. It's been a blast, and when we do come back, we're going to come back stronger, harder than ever before, and it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be
Do it harder,
amazing.
make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger more than ever. Hour after hour, work is never over. Sorry.
This is an everybody show. Oh,
that was Daft Punk.
Just
I think it's like a workout song.
Yeah, definitely workout song. Kev said, I remember getting through my cousin's Xbox 360 a long, long time ago, and then Portal 2 is his favorite. I don't play many games. I don't usually gravitate to high intense FPS. So or just so you know. Wait, how old are you, my Game of Coffee friends? I'd guess it'd be somewhere in mid-20s. Yep, exactly right. I'm turning 27 or 28. I can't remember. I think 27.
You are turning 27.
Yeah.
Yes, because you were
27. Yep, 27.
You were born in 95, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I just turned 26.
So, life's moving fast and no one gets off this carousel through except for one way. So, it's a wonderful, wonderful ride that we're all on. This is a race that no one ever wants to be first in.
Why? Why?
Oh my gosh, I don't know, because it's me and it's late, dude. Whenever we do these late ones like this, it is what it is. Me being measly 20. Oh, to be 23 again. Oh man, I had so much freedom at 23. I was only married for 2 years, had no dog, had no kid, living in an apartment, had no responsibilities. It was amazing. I miss it. It's wonderful. I love my kid now though, and I love my dog. A lot of responsibility. So that's, again, we do this podcast to escape, but because of life, we can't escape for long. So we'll see what holds for all of us.
Please don't actually worry about us, guys. I promise we're not. Well, maybe you should be worried about us. I don't know.
Life is going good. Life is going good. Some exciting things are coming up.
Also,
in both our
Kev,
lives.
enjoy being 23 and having a software development job. That's really cool.
enjoy it, and
That's
have
really
fun
cool.
with life, bro. My job's pretty neat. I like what I do now. I bonus last month, so that was fun.
Nice.
Yeah, I finished third in the company for the month, so that felt pretty good. But I'm already last this month. It's very up and down, my job.
Yeah.
It's very emotional. But anyway, you're welcome, Kev, and thank you, dude, for tuning in and just chilling with us this whole time, being in the stream. Like I said, guys, again, none of this taking a break thing is because any of you guys have been amazing fans. You've been amazing audience, and I love doing this every single week. But for the greater good of you guys and for us, we got to put a stop on it for a little bit. So again, everybody, thank you for all you've done. Thank you for this past year of just really been amazing ride. So, Wes, you want to say anything before we hop off here for the last time for a while?
Yeah, no, just that it's really been a fun journey. I'd never done a podcast before. I kind of always wanted to. And so we decided to just give it a shot, and it has been a really cool learning experience. I've learned a lot more about games. I've learned a lot about kind of like the overall culture. Quite frankly, I've learned a lot about my own tastes in games that have been there, but I've just never thought. So are you saying keep it that way, him being single,
To
or
Kev,
the
yeah.
bills being low?
The Bills.
I was like, let's clarify what part of that sentence we're talking about.
For audio, Kevin said he lives with mom, so his bills are still very low. So I said, keep it that way as long as possible, meaning the bills, not the single part. Buddy.
Yeah, and he said he was single, and I'm like, which one? Anyway, I'm just saying that this has been a nice way of like examining my own tastes and kind of like why I get into gaming. And we've gotten to try a lot of fun little coffees and just gotten to meet some new people, which has been really cool. So I absolutely am looking forward to coming back when things are maybe a little less crazy. I don't know if life gets any less crazy or not, but you know, we'll see, I suppose.
Yeah, and you know, all we can do is do our best and see what happens. We don't know what the future holds.
In time.
I mean, the entire world could implode tomorrow. We don't know. Or we could all live till our 90s, and then they find out how to keep us living forever.
I also don't want to live forever. Oh, hey, Mystery.
Just in
Thanks
time
for tuning
for
in
the
the middle of Wes's existential dread.
Well, that would have been at any point in the podcast.
Actually, yeah. No, seriously. Go back to any of our episodes. I've always been like this. So clearly I'm fine.
Oh, man. Well, again, guys, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mystery, for all the donations that you've asked, for being on the show, for helping us. It's been very appreciative. And if you wonder why I'm saying all this, just watch the first 5 minutes of this episode and it'll explain everything for you. So, again, everybody, just thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And again, Kev, me and Wes have known each other for, well,
at least we met when
years?
we were like 12. Okay, I guess we first met when we were like 6.
Yeah.
But like we met like 20 years ago and then didn't see each other for another like 6 or 7 years.
Because Bible stuff.
So we've probably been good friends for about 13 years, I would say.
Yeah. Yep. So that's pretty much everything. Again, just weird episode all the way around. But again, thanks for tuning with us, chilling it out. For every one of you guys listening on podcast services around the globe, thank you. Appreciate it. Shout out to all the countries. I know we have like 4 countries that I've had listeners pop in before. So that's really cool. So all of you out there that are not native to the U.S., which would be actually technically us too, but we're not getting into all of that. Thank you guys again. We really, 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 really do appreciate it. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. And Kev, don't worry about dragging out our signing off. It's awesome.
You're good.
We love talking with people. So have a wonderful night, guys, and we will see you next time.
Adios.
And I forgot to pull up the freaking graphic.